Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 2 and module 2. I hope you all had a good weekend. We had some students add last minute. There may even be another one coming in today. So I'm going to kind of extend the submission dates. I'm not counting anybody off for not getting something in when it was originally scheduled. So keep working on module 1 if you're new and just coming in. Module 2, for the rest of you, here's we're going to be focusing on the heart of change. And you'll see, if you look, a lot of books by Cotter over a long period of time. I like this book the best because all of the books follow the same 8 steps, but this one specifically focuses on how you get people to change, focusing on their heart instead of just on their head. And it gives you specific examples and stories of how each of the steps are true or how you get there using emotion instead of facts. So, the assignment this week is to read this book or go through the 8 steps and look at some of the examples, and then also to apply the 8 steps to a specific case. The Ministry of Defense of Ukraine case, which happens to be timely, I thought, because of what's going on in Ukraine right now. So we're all familiar with it and hearing about it in the news, although the case was written a while ago. So this is part of your Harvard Business Review case course pack, which hopefully you've all gotten at this point. I haven't checked to see. So really this week is all about learning the 8 steps, trying to apply them, and then we're going to use them throughout the semester. And definitely when we get to the simulation, you're going to need those steps. So module 2, changing Ukraine with Cotter's 8 steps. Basically read the case and then identify in their change process how they use the steps, if they've gotten that far in the case, and what they would look like if they have not been. What did they do, what should have they have done, and can you see the 8 steps, and can you see the relationship between use of those steps for change and their effectiveness or success in the change thus far. Your individual assignment this week is again looking through those 8 steps and explaining them. So that, again, this is just basically, do you understand what the 8 steps are? So explain each of the 8 steps in your own words. So, a sentence or two about what each step is. So think about if you were explaining it to a colleague who's not in the class, who's never heard of Cotter, how would you describe the steps? If you were talking about it in your workplace as an idea of how to deal with the change, what would you say? And then for each of the steps, pick one of the stories from the book and one specific example from your own experience or knowledge of a change, and explain how that was applied, what it might look like. So the stories in the book are obviously going to be success stories, things that were done well. So in your own examples, go ahead and use a change, an organizational change where they did not do these steps well. Okay, so again, as we're bringing new people into the class, you might be, still working on getting caught up. So you'll see, I don't know if I pointed this out last time, the grading rubric is here at the bottom. The grading rubric for the discussion board is kind of hidden up here where the 3 dots are. And there you'll see it. And so again, I'm not going to look at kind of the due dates and the submission dates while everybody's getting into this and getting caught up. Be sure that you are getting the Harvard Business Review article, the OD book, and the Heart of Change book. So have a great week. I look forward to reading your assignments that you submitted through week 1. Please let me know if you have any questions or any problems. See you next week.